Netflix and Paramount are both trying to buy Warner Brothers. And yeah, that means your prices could go up and up. Think about it this way. If Netflix or Paramount are allowed to buy Warner Brothers, that means one media giant would own a huge portion of the market. So, one giant company will have control over even more of your favorite shows, like, and that's just to name a few. So why am I saying your costs could go up? Well, right now, you have a few different streaming options based on what you want to watch. You want to watch White Lotus, one of my faves. You can subscribe to HBO Max. You want to watch Love is Blind. You can subscribe to Netflix. In other words, Netflix and HBO Max are competing for your views. So these rival companies have an incentive to make their content better, so you subscribe to their streaming service. And if one of them raises their prices too high, shoot, you might just cancel your subscription. But here's the deal. If two of these big companies merge, they no longer have to compete with each other to get you to subscribe. They know that if you want to watch a popular show, there's a good chance you will have to pay them because they are powerful enough that they have most of the big shows and movies. And then that means they can charge higher and higher prices because what's your alternative? You won't have one. And that's what's happening here. Netflix is the #1 streaming service, and it's set to buy the #4 streaming service. Warner Brothers and Paramount are 2 of the 5 major U.S. studios. And look, I get it. Prices to stream shows and movies are already way too high. These companies are already too big. But if you don't think they're going to jack up their prices even more if they get bigger, then just take a quick look at what they've done over the past decade. Back in 2015, Netflix, with no ads, was just $7.99 a month. Today, it's $17.99. That's a 125% increase. The only thing keeping them from jacking up prices even higher is the fact that they have some competition. And that won't be the case if they buy out one of their biggest competitors. And that's what's on the table right now. Ever wonder why these giant companies say big mergers are good for business? Where do you think the money for their shareholders comes from? It comes from laying off workers, cutting corners, and ripping money straight out of your pocket. That is the typical monopoly playbook.